I mean, if you are with another person and you are like 24 hours in the same place, you will get really touched with the other person. So you will trust this person 100%. But after that, on the other game, then this person betrays you. And it's like,
happy Tuesday. As always, I'm your host, Song Yoo-jin. And today, as Who Read the Story has always done, we are going to explore the latest trends and the hottest content in Korean culture. And to help us dive into today's content, we have a new special guest joining us. He is Alberto. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone. Hello, my name is Alberto. I'm a Korean content creator, and I'm here to speak about this interesting program. So, welcome, everyone.
Welcome to the show, Alberto, once again.
Thanks.
All right, and you just mentioned how we are going to talk about a very exciting show today. We're gonna talk about it and introduce it to our viewers. And the show's title is The Devil's Plan, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
That's it. Have you seen The Devil's Plan?
Yes, I watched it because we are going to talk about this show today here on the show. I've heard about it before because it has been quite popular since the first season was released in 2023, and the second season, I heard that the last 3 episodes have just been released at 4 p.m.
Yeah, that's it. So I stayed until very, very night. So it was until 3 p.m. something like that, and I wait a lot to see the season 2 because the season 1 was really interesting.
Right.
But I have to say that the season 2 is even better. So
really?
Yeah, so everyone has to see it. So it's really, really interesting, I think.
Okay, so good news is that all of the 12 episodes of season 2 are now out. So if any of our viewers want to catch or watch The Devil's Plan, the season 2's subtitle is Death Room. So if you want to see it, you can catch it on Netflix. But I think for those who have not tuned into the first or second season of the show, I think it would be best for us to introduce what The Devil's Plan is.
Okay.
So if I may start, I think that it would be safe to say it as a reality competition show, right? Alberto, what do you think?
Yeah, that's it. It's a competition show that everyone, all the contestants, has to use their brains. They have the battle brains also, and they are the betrayers also, and they have to make aliens just to figure out how to make all the games. And after that, there will be only one winner, and that's one of the most interesting things about the show.
And what does the winner get?
He gets money also, and also he had some kind of promotions too. So that's really interesting. Yeah.
Very interesting. So in short, this is a show where the participants play games in order to choose or determine the brainiest or the smartest, should I say, participant?
Yeah, kind of like that. So it's not only for that. It's because also you have to be a good speaker. You have to convince the others to do the things that you want to do. So at the end, it's a game. You know, there will be only one winner, but for some games they have to play together, they have to be together, and that's the thing that is more fascinating, because sometimes you think like, oh, they will be like a group, but for the next game they betray each other. So they help each other at the beginning, but after that they betray each other, and it's like, oh, I didn't expect that. So it's like, oh, how can it be possible? But I think it's like a human life, right? So sometimes you trust someone, and after that he can be a betrayer too. So yeah, so it's really interesting because of that. So
do you feel that Korean content has a very strong, should I say, power in these type of shows? What would you say, Albert?
Yeah, I think so. I think that in other countries, like for example in Spain, they move more like the Gundam, the emotional programs, but they don't have this kind of games. Like you have to think about it and also get involved with the games, and not like that. I have to say that it's true that the games sometimes they are hard if you don't have the subtitles to understand how they work, the strategies and this. It can be a little bit hard, but if you have the subtitles, then it's incredible. But I think in Europe you don't have like that. In Korea there are a lot of them.
And good news is that Netflix does provide subtitles in multiple languages.
That's true. If not, it will be really hard, because all the language is really hard. I mean, it's not something that you go to a shop and you buy something. It's not this kind of vocabulary. So you have to think about the strategies and all the planification and the betraying and also the, how can I say it, all the aliens and all these things. Wow, that's really, really hard. If you don't have the subtitles, yeah, maybe it would be hard to understand that.
All right, so far we've kind of gave our viewers a brief overview of the show. So why not let's talk about what makes this show really attractive, because earlier you mentioned how this show involves strategies and also, should I say, battle of the minds between the characters. So from what I've seen, I think that this show kind of shows elements of backstabbing, but also at the same time people creating alliances of participants. So could you please elaborate a bit more about the show in that aspect?
Yeah, that's true. It's because at the beginning, no one knows each other. They only know because maybe they have met once or twice, but that's everything. But after that, when you start feeling the alliance and all the groups and all the teams that they are doing, they are together like 24 hours. Because there are two places. This is not a spoiler. The first season had the same thing. So there is like a kamok.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
the prison area.
The prison area. This is the prison area and the main area. So everyone who wins goes to the main area, and everyone who fails goes to the prison area. And this one, it makes that the people get more touch each other and they want to help each other more. I mean, if you are with another person and you are like 24 hours in the same place, you will get really touched with the other person. So you will trust this person 100%. But after that, on the other game, then this person betrays you. And it's like, oh, I felt that betrayed too. I mean, when I was seeing the show, I honestly saying, it's like sometimes I thought that, oh, this is my favorite character. They say, okay, let's go with him.
Yeah.
But after that, or her, and after that, this person betrays the other one. I say, why I'm like that? Why I feel bad for that person?
You can never expect what will happen in this show,
You will
right?
never expect it. So that's one of the things that it's really interesting. In the Genius, for example, they had that too, but not that much. In this case, I think they put it in another level. I think so. And that's, wow, that's cool.
That's very interesting. But in order to really excel or kind of win in this show, I think that you need to kind of make judgments really, really quickly when you face a certain situation or when you face a certain game. And when I watched this show, I was really surprised by how quick and correct the competitors make their decisions as to when they played the game. Of course, because I think that the staff picked out the best people, the brainiest of the brainiest. But were you also like, wow, surprised by all these, should I say, talented or smart characters?
Yeah, of course, because for example, there is an actor this time. It's an American actor, and I didn't know him. It was like, it was completely new for me. But I was like, okay, let's try. Let's see what can I find about him. And it was like, no, he's just an actor and everything. But after that, he played one of the games, and in that game, he was really a genius. And it was like, wow, I didn't expect that. That was how can it be like that? So of course, as you said, it's they picked the persons just to how can I say, like fast thinking and fast doing.
Yeah.
But sometimes they are really faster than I think. So it's like they arrive to some conclusions that I never thought. I'm seeing the game and I say, oh, I will do that, I will do that, I will do that. But after that, you see that only one person from all the participants, they think completely different. Why is he doing like that?
Yeah.
Is she doing like that? It's kind of why. It's not necessary to do this one. But after that, you see the result and
that's why.
That's it. And that's the point, that it's really good. I love that. I really love that. These plot twists are all the time. I really love that. I really, really love that.
So I think that what makes this show really interesting is that it provides mixture of everything. For example, it shows this teamwork spirit. It also has that very thrilling, exciting moment of competition and trying to become the number one. You can also, the viewers can also feel like they can participate by playing the games with the players. And you can also ask, what am I gonna do if I were in the shoes of those characters?
Yeah, that's it. I think that's the point. That's the key point. It's like, it's not only the game. It's like you always think, but every time I was thinking all the time, oh, if I was at this team, what would I do? Or who I can, how can I trust for make an alliance? Or who can I do like that? If someone of the persons that I'm involved with, some of the characters, if I get betrayed with that, wow, I think I will cry too.
Yeah, totally.
So it would be so hard. I mean, it's like sometimes they spend like a lot of hours together, and then you trust that person until the end, and it's like, but after that, after all this trust that you give that person, then he thinks different or he does something that can hurt you.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that was so hard. But this one, when you're thinking, it's like, oh, if I were at that place, what would I do? If I were at that place, who I can trust? And these things make all the viewers very, very into the show.
Right. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the 5th episode of Who Reads Story. I was your host, Song Yujin, and we were joined by Alberto today. You were a fantastic guest.
Thank you very much.
And we will see you next week, next Tuesday. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.